Dictation will start after 10 seconds. Sir, I do not want to give any examples, but I should like to say a word about the agriculture program. Before I come to close my remarks, now it has been said here that while stress has been laid on the agricultural program, both in the community development and national extension service blocks, yet these blocks are suffering from shortage both of seeds and fertilizers. Now, sir, it is surprising that though it is realized in theory that our plans can succeed only in proportion as our agricultural program succeeds, and all-out effort has not been made to provide the blocks with the means necessary for increasing the yield of agriculture, which are so indispensable for agricultural development. Now, sir, if we fail even in these blocks, where else can we hope to succeed? We have our officers here who are charged with the task of looking after certain areas, and yet the result is disappointing. It may be said that government, for no fault of its own, is unable to supply these things in adequate quantities. Then I suggest, sir, that the work should be concentrated in smaller areas so that it may be yield such results as to make people living in other areas offer their help for their development. Sir, I shall make no quotations because I want to close my remarks very soon. But I should like to refer to the conclusions which have been stated in chapter 6 of the report before us. I said just now, sir, that if there is shortage of seeds and fertilizers, then it is obvious that for achieving the best results, the work should be concentrated in smaller areas. The report says much the same thing. It says that the study shows that the average block is 25% larger than the program's norms in terms of population, and that the large blocks do not have opportunity larger personnel and finance. It is on the whole having shorter blocks, but where the blocks have to be larger in order to fit in with the present administrative divisions. The committee recommends that the block personnel and finance should be proportionately increased in such cases. Again, sir, to guard against wastage of effort, the report recommends that the blocks should be increased in number only as the supply of personnel who could work in these blocks increases. The report very rightly lays stress on this point and says that the status of the block development officer and his qualifications should be higher than they are at present. Unless you have these, the checking will not be very reliable. You appoint a committee to evaluate the work that has been done, but that committee will have to depend on the statistics collected by the block development officers and their assistants. And the committee says that checking on the spot is at present extreme adequate. Most of the checking is done at the desk of the block development officer and not on the spot in the villages. It goes further to say that the figures are known to the satisfied by Gram Sevaks sometimes at the instance of certain specialists. I do not want to go on with that story further. I have referred to these things in order to show how much effort has to be made in order to make our community development blocks and National Extension Service work successfully. We have to concentrate our effort in view of the shortage of indispensable material. For getting that material and for getting men of such status as can be fully trusted by us. Now said, in order to have really a proper organization, in order to see that the officers concerned with these development blocks work, I think it is necessary that the collector should be invited to take personal interest in these areas, relieve the collector of these other duties, and entrusted with him the work to be done in connection with development, that is planning work. That is at present far more important than the routine administrative work in the states. If you do this, I think you will be able to achieve much greater success than it has been done so far. My honorable friend regarded it as a disadvantage that education, cooperation, transport, and communications should all come under the same officer. I personally think, sir, that it is in the interest of the villagers that all these things should be looked to by the same set of officers. And if you have the collector of a district as the head of this organization in his district and charge him with the special duty of seeing that the community development and national extension service work is carried out in accordance with the program. I am sure that much better results will be achieved than have been achieved so far. Sir, I welcome this occasion to participate in this debate. Great expectations have been raised in the minds of people with regard to this movement. Stop.